strike Karamoja region, where the only survivor was in the wild grass called a kauda. Mothers would leave homes and move deep in the bush in search of this wild grass, dry it and prepare it for the family to take on the soup for survival, whereby in the manyatas all the dead bodies would be found lying after starving and craving for what to eat in vain. The situation was becoming worse every day. Parents were running away from home and leaving the children alone in the house to suffer. People were dying from hundreds to thousands every day. Husbands were running away from homes, being the heads of the family, leaving the wives alone to suffer with the children in the house. Malnourishment was the order of the day for the children who were young. Mothers who had given birth had nothing to eat, and this resulted to lack of breast milk for feeding the young ones. This increased on the vulnerability of the mothers in the villages and the malnourishment of the children. And nevertheless shall God leave his children to suffer. A humanitarian team from PAG churches within Kotido moved together with the foodstuffs and supported those who had survived and had no strength to move neither to the nearby centers to look for what to eat. The team continued in prayer, trusted and believed in God for provision, that they made it unto themselves and moved in the villages, provided every household with a kilo of posho, beans, for the survival. PAG leaders hold meetings together with the local leaders of the communities, encouraging them and praying with them together for God to open ways on how to handle and solve the hunger pandemic in Karamoja. As God's children, trusting and believing in his word, the word of the Lord tells us that he has given us power and authority to conquer over the world. Here the word of God comes to pass, that his children shall never settle for less, but for greater and mega things of the world. PAGSDS partners with Erido to support and conquer the hunger pandemic in Karamoja. And here comes the bigger partnership, the Food Assistance Project. PAG team takes a drive in the communities in search of the vulnerable households who have survived the hunger pandemic to be supported by the food items. Every household member was interviewed, screened, and all their details were recorded. The trucks transporting food to the communities get stuck on the way because of the heavy rains due to unpredictable weather conditions. But nevertheless, God provides a way for his children. The land dried up and finally food has reached the communities. The members are settled, ready to receive their food, while the local leaders are making a speech, trying to encourage them to always trust in God and never to waste the little that they have been given, not forgetting the situations and the hard conditions that they have been through. Here we go. The grounds have been set. The crowd are settled, ready to receive their ratio of the food items. Following the patterns and principles of distribution set by the implementing partners of PAG, the beneficiary names are being read from the coupons using different serial numbers as they receive and go to pick up their food items. After receiving their food, the members are moving back home excitedly, everyone carrying them. team of PAG members move back to the communities days after they have received their food items to evaluate and monitor the impact of food items that has been supported to them. Here they are, the communities are giving testimonies from the different areas about the food which has been given to them. Let's hear what they have to say in their own voices.
In this
village, he was really of a challenge last year. Those challenges, if it was not because of your support, we would not be here. Before you came, they were eating the leaves of that tree. That's what they were feeding on. That thing is the that was food. This is what was in their mind. Every day, this thing is very bitter. You wake up in the morning, you are targeting that. Much as it was bitter, they had to target that because that was the only resort.
I would go in the bush and look for the wild cassava, come and boil it. However bitter it would be, I had to endeavor to eat it because it was the only thing I had. But now, because of the food supported to me by PAG, I am strong and I no longer look for the wild cassava anymore.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sighting him. He had eaten in the bush. I can now imagine, and I can never dream again, that there is somebody who is my leader, apart from you who has shown compassion to him. Now you have even become the husband of my wife, and I'm different now. And I think if you came and said, I want all women, and I take them and I feed them, no man would have complained because at the first place, he's not responsible. There is nothing Now you were going to win all these women, you are going to carry all of them, and then we as the husband, we just fall and become your houseboys.
Everywhere in the communities, people are happy and excited, telling testimonies of how strong they have become from the time they started receiving the food rations supported to them. During one of our interviews with the communities, a member was quoted saying, "Where on earth has this God of PAG come from? Is it down on the grounds where we are stepping? Is it up on the sky or down in the waters? Wherever this God of PAG has come from, we don't want to know. As for the communities of Karamoja, all we have to do is to bow down and worship this God. It is by his mercies that we have been saved from the hunger." This is one of the greatest impacts that have been brought in the communities of Karamoja with the food assistance project. People in the communities are worshiping God, looking for churches everywhere, giving their lives to Christ and preaching the gospel because of the food assistance that has been given to them by PAG in partnership with Erdo.